Shall we start? No? Ladies first?
No, say it, because I think it sounds really nice with your accent.
What, Archwell Audio?
Yeah.
Archwell Audio.
I mean...
Really?
Shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, today is December 14, 2021 and it's 8:09 a.m. I've been up since 2, but I was so backed up with videos that I needed to edit. So the minute that I got up, I didn't record anything. I just wanted to finish what I had already recorded. And this is the last one that I had, and it's uploading on PYTE Sussex, and it's gonna be live on December 17, 2021 at 12 noon. And I try to stay away from Twitter, but every now and then when I pick through on my phone, I will like certain things. So when I finished edit this video, it was like probably around 6:30-ish, and it rendered, as you can see, is already up. But it was time. My kids were up, husband was up. It was too noisy for me to record. So now husband went to work. This is his last day of work in terms of the week, because he works 2 days a week in the office and the rest is at home until, tomorrow I have to give him the computer. By now I should be giving him the computer tomorrow. But I wish I had recorded something, because for 2 hours after I finish upload this, because my kids are old enough, they could take care of themselves. Once I tell them, give them food, breakfast and stuff like that, and I'm pretty much free, and just keep an eye on them, see how they leave the house. And then after that, I'm free. So if I had recorded at least something, I would have something to do within that 2 hours. So 2 hours was wasted. My youngest is home because his class is in quarantine. And one of the things that I told him after, once he was going back, after the Thanksgiving holiday, and I spoke to both of them, this is when the pandemic is gonna spread a bit more, because people were over different places, family gathering and all of that, and it's exactly what happened. Couple people in his class have it, and yesterday I took him to take his first shot. I was gonna wait after the New Year's, but I think that was a warning for me, because the thing was too close for comfort, right in his classroom. So after he finished his online class, I took him to the clinic, get him his vaccination. And while I was there, and I asked them in terms of the booster shot, because I already vaccinated. So they said, oh, if you want it, you could have it. So what did I do? I took it too. So my arm is sore. I can't even lift my arm up. So all of this took care of. By January, I need to take my youngest to get his second dose. My oldest is already done, and I'm kind of happy that I took him, because I didn't want to. The thing is that I didn't want to feel sorry later. Oh, I wish I could have this and that, but the thing is available, and I took the shot. I'm okay. So I was being careful, because before they approve the teen age group, like my oldest, the preteen and the teens, there were some issues, kids with heart problem and stuff like that. That's what I was a little bit concerned for my youngest, now that they approve his age group. So once I heard people in his classroom were getting it, I said, let me not wait and then feel sorry, especially when he is approved to take it. So I took him yesterday. He got his first dose. So right now he's in class, he's in the house, but you know, I just need to finish record something by 10 so I could make him lunch. I think 11-ish he has lunch, so I need to start getting something for him to eat, and that's about it. Alright, so I bookmarked some stuff while I was waiting, so let's go on Twitter, see what is going on. I'm probably gonna have at least 3 different videos, and they're probably gonna be spread in those 2 channels because they focus on different things. And with YouTube, who's blocking me, prevent me from making money on those videos, so things that I know that's a bit controversial, I'll throw it on PYTE Team Sussex. Alright, so this is the first one. Alright, homework for everyone. What was your favorite royal moment this past year? Alright, so Omid Scobie joined and so okay, when Sir Geoffrey Voss them Victoria Sharp and Lord Justice Bean saw through the BS. Okay, so there's 27 comment in there. Alright, so some people responded under his thing. When Meghan's brother-in-law showed the world with crystal clarity that from the very beginning he was the one who was responsible for the full frontal and racist media assault on Meghan by virtue of telling his right-hand man, the Conofinator, to help the tabloid defeat Meghan in court. Okay, true that, both egg and extra. Oh my god, there's new name. Scrambled daily due to the general incompetence, ignorance, and very thin skin. The jealous twosome, or lowest of low, including PA and Camilla, and that's saying a lot. More space required for all of them. Okay, louder for the losers. Okay, the courts highlighting that Jason and Egg underhanded revelation helped reinforce Madam Duchess' case, thus ensuring a decisive win. Talk about on goal. I'm telling you, the minute I saw it, okay, go back to some of those videos where I highlight some of the text, and I'm like, of all text communication Meghan had with Knopf or anybody else in the royal family, you mean to take this one where Meghan on 2 separate occasions says, look, I just want to talk to you about this, just between me and you, and then when Knopf specifically asked, can I share it, she said no. Of all communication, this is the one? I can't believe these people. I can't. This is me right now. Okay, sweet memories that are now permanent record. The squad have to rub it in. I mean, with that, we have to, because if that was them, believe me, there would be headline non-stop about that case if they had one. Okay, Kensington Palace. Okay, Kensington Palace thought they done something there with their poodle Mr. Knife. Kensington Palace thought they done something there with their poodle Mr. Knife. Well, he ended up scoring an own goal. Okay, yes, BS is the word to describe that whole mess. Okay, here. Alright, let's go back to the original. Alright, so that was under Omid. Can't agree more with the point Omid has just made. The Daddy Fell wanted a show trial for clicks, but the judges saw through their shenanigans. They stood no chance against the principle of law. Alright, let's see here. Why is she in the news? Represented the Duchess of Sussex in a case involved the publisher of the Mail on Sunday regarding the publication of a handwritten letter to her father, Thomas Markle. Earlier this month, the Court of Appeal dismissed Associated Papers Limited appeal against the granting of summary judgment in relation to the Duchess's claim for misuse of private information and infringement. Thought on the case. Applications for summary judgment are neither common nor easy. We had to convince the court that the Duchess's rights were so strong based on well-established legal principles that even if the Mail could prove all its argument, which it said diminished her right to privacy, her rights and law will still be stronger. On that basis, a trial was not needed. The High Court agreed with us, and a very comprehensive judgment by now, Lord Justice Warby and all 3 senior Court of Appeal judges agree with him. This has not created a new law, okay? That's in quote, by the way, but confirmed the existing position which protects private. Okay, dealing with the media, it's the media's job to argue in favor of freedom of expression above all other rights, and our job to protect our clients' right and our position if we think reporting has crossed the line. We also had to push back if reporting did not fairly or accurately reflect what had actually happened in the courtroom. A good soundbite for a headline isn't always but into context, so we had to keep on top of anything misleading. Yeah, okay, that was December 13th. Oh shoot, that was yesterday. Where was I? Lawyer and the news drew rich shillings. Okay, yeah, that makes absolutely sense. And this is exactly, and they're trying to bend the law. Couple things came to mind as I was reading this. One is, as usual, I always repeat myself in some of the videos, is that the goal of the existing establishment in the UK, what they're trying to do is to have the court system in their hand, where anything that they do could be in their favor. And this is why we're having all those mess that's going on. Because if people don't fight back, this is the direction they're going to. Alright? So the other thing is that Meghan knew she had the right. And this argument here, where the lawyer is saying, they had to make sure everybody is doing their part. Where the newspaper, yes, you could report stuff, but make sure it's the right stuff. Like Meghan said, I thought they would be fair. Okay? And if you are representing something, let's say a journalist is in the court, you are reporting exactly what is being said in the court. Okay, you could always have your opinion and stuff like that. So the lawyer here, whoever wrote this, is to be in the middle. Make sure to protect Meghan's right based on what's in the book. Okay, and at the same time, make sure the journalist, the newspaper, is doing its job. So none of them cross each other. Mostly the newspaper don't cross Meghan's private rights, pretty much. Alright, I hope I make sense with this. So I like this one. I'm glad they shared this. Okay, it's hard to narrow it down. Alright, so there's a lot. I have a lot more to record. Okay, very beautiful collage. This is a must keep. Okay, let me share it. What is all this? Meghan Markle and Prince Harry welcome baby little bit. So these are all the important things from some of the squad. Okay, Oprah Winfrey most popular interview revealed as Meghan Markle and Prince Harry rack up millions of views in hours. Okay, Meghan Markle, Prince Harry appear at Global Citizen live concert in New York. Okay, Meghan Markle's children's book, The Bench, is the #1 New York Times bestseller. All I'm saying is, they come on top. It reminds me of that video where each time they try to knock Meghan down and then she's back up. I don't know. I think I have a video on my app, Team Sussex. The squad came across it and said, no, this is what happened when the British press and royal family bullying Meghan Markle, and she bounced back. Look at this. Okay, I'm gonna have to mute it though. Alright, Meghan Markle refers to Daily Fail as she responds to privacy when over newspaper. Alright, what else do the squad have? Alright, Harry leaving Kensington Palace immediately after the Diana statue unveiled. So that's her favorite. Alright, the ratio to this joke. Prince William named as world's sexiest bald man. I mean, I don't know. What does he... I know I have a video about that. I do. Just go through my stuff. I have a lot of videos. Imagine if I record every day. So I have this when this was trending on Twitter. But my goodness, what the hell they put on his head? Even if you were, you know, the most sexiest, this is something someone else you said, not you. I don't... Oh my god, let me just move on. Oh yes, that whole weekend including celebrity tweets had me crying. Yeah, I have it. You guys should check some of my videos. Alright, this is gold. Mike Tyson called him Princess William. Okay, I should be number one by default because Princess William is only bald on top and so is Larry David. Alright, there's Dwayne Johnson. How in the cinnamon toast F does this happen when Larry David clearly has a pulse? I'm telling you, it was so fun that weekend. I remember, did I record it on Saturday night? But I was having fun reading it, to tell you the truth. Alright, let's see this one. Prince William, Jason Kenoff, and Mel on Sunday losing their appeal against Meghan. Their testimony was self-owned. It also validates the Oprah interview about not getting any support from her in-law and the firm. It also shows who was concerned about the baby's skin color. Skin tone. Alright, 41 seconds. I have this, but mine is what I show it.
Explain, what was the significance on the witness statement from Ed Verity, better known as Ted Verity?
Ted Verity, the editor of the Mail on Sunday, said in his signed witness statement that he had been given information that helped support Associated's case. He said this information came from a senior palace source, and he said in his witness statement this was...
That, I have to stop somewhere. That also corroborate with the other video where, what's his name? One of the royal rats and someone who used to work at Kensington Palace, or for one of the royals, were saying how this information was released. Alright, so that is collaborating with Meghan's lawyer.
Have been, as we know, is that the Mail on Sunday had the ruling against them in February, and they were then appealing it. So it was lawyers from the Mail on Sunday who would have approached Jason Naff, knowing that these emails and messages existed. That would have been the point. Unless, I mean, the most likely outcome is that Jason obviously would have then gone to William and Kate, and clearly he has cooperated. He would not have cooperated with those lawyers without their definite knowledge.
I have to stop somewhere, okay? YouTube is on my case.
Senior palace source, and he said in his witness statement this was, quote, not gossip or tittle-tattle.
What does that mean?
What it means is that a senior figure in the royal household, according to Mail on Sunday, was passing him information in order to help defeat the Duchess's case.
Much of the negativity towards the couple is coming from within the royal family. The royal family and staff of the royal family are the ones that are very often leaking these stories to the press.
My goodness. Someone within the palace. This is the thing that a lot of squad can't, you know. If somebody did not like William, this actually get people more pissed off.
It's not too rough. You know, muck around with them as much as they possibly can. No, because please no. It's too...
My goodness. To go against her. My God. Wow. And this is the thing where Princess Diana just turned her back. I've said it in another video. I don't know when it's gonna come out. Alright, there's more. There were two, the earth flap, that even with all the monarchist propaganda machine, nobody believed in the hypocrisy of William as an environmentalist. And when William, Kate, and Jason Kenoff appeared together at COP26 in Glasgow, it was clear that Jason still worked for them. Man, look at his eyes. That's some scary eyes here. All of them. Trying to plan stuff. With our prayers, nothing shall prosper. Look at his eyes here again. Look at him. My goodness. I mean, who would have thought? I mean, so many things pop up in my mind each time I bring something up. A child, we see him grow up to turn that way. We see him grow up to turn that way. And we also had some clues as he was younger. Some of the behaviors he was doing right in front of people, in front of cameras, we could have an idea that, you know, this is what he has become. And his brother was supporting him, and then for him to go and backstab the brother and the wife. Oh my God, this is too much. This is too much. And there's that photo everybody almost have cheering on their good brainstorming on trying to knock Meghan down. My goodness. My goodness, my goodness. Baggage for God. What else do the squad have? And there was a drunk skeleton clowning for the chap, but no one paying attention to the nut job, including current husband. Maybe Ross was there. Harry and Meghan coming to New York City. I call her Boo. Oh, that's why. That's her. So she's reaffirming her thing here. She needs a like, because she represents all of us on that day.
Meghan, Harry! You look so beautiful, girl! I love you, boo! I love you too, Harry!
Okay, Harry and Meghan coming to New York City. I call her Boo, and I told Harry I love him too. She changed her name up there too. There she is. I yell. That's her name on her profile name on Twitter. I yell, quote, "I love you, Boo," and quote to Meghan, "Now we're BFF." Just that moment. This was so heartwarming. Thank you. Such a joy to watch. Okay, pregnancy announcement and little bed's birth. Okay, that's two, but connected. Alright, so there's more. Alright, the squad have their own. Okay, let me stop. There's more because I have a lot more to share with you. Alright, next tweet. I need to have this by itself. So when I need to show it, I could have it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I need to bookmark this. For the fun of it, let's just retweet it. Alright, next tweet. I retweet it without any comment so the squad could have it. Alright, this one. Vanessa is something. I notice every time I rave about Meghan and Harry, a bunch of monarchists and the Rangers creep in my mentions. I ignore them because bees don't waste their time explaining to flies that flowers are better than shit. I'm like, when I saw this, I need to share this with you. It is so true. Black, blickety, black, black, not playing with you. Okay, there's this, exacto. This is 100% accurate, all of the blacking and moving on. Yep, I like that. I love this analogy. Even if the bees could explain to the fly why pollen is better than shit, the fly will not understand. I'm telling you, the squad or something. Okay, to black them is the best thing to do. Okay, they're addicted to the hate. That is true. They can't reach Harry and Meghan, so they attack others for their fix. If blacking was a sport, I'd be Serena. Oh, if blacking was a sport, I'd be Serena. Okay, I hide their responses and black those bots. Sometimes, I don't know. I know some of you in the comments say, why do I read it? But sometimes I get certain ideas, perspective come out of it, and then I block them. Okay, bien dit. Okay, noise analogy. Vanessa, bees, flies, flowers, shit. This is the next level. Alright, that's the clap. I am going to add this analogy in my collection. Oh, to snap up, hun. I have this similar GIF someplace else. Alright, there's this. I'm more of a black and report guy myself. There's the clap. There's this. Alright, let's move on. I'm probably gonna do 2 videos, and I want to, hopefully I edit all of them today, and then be able to be free tomorrow and give my husband the computer. Alright, me thinking about the fact that Kensington Palace and its eagerness to damage Princess Meghan showed us that 1, KP can claim they have an email deletion policy because email aren't really deleted. 2, KP is willing to hand over emails and private communication for no legal reason. My goodness. All right, let's see here. Is there anything he can do right? Seriously, he can even do revenge. Okay, let me read it again. Is there anything he can do right? Seriously, he can even do revenge right, like how he gave Jason permission to expose those emails, not realizing that those emails actually helped, as it showed she had reasonable expectation of the letter remaining private. So he helped Meghan. That's what I've been saying. I've been saying it the minute I saw this thing, the text. Okay, William played himself by willing to join Daily Fail court case. I think maybe it was a way for that spiritual world to show himself. Okay, there's a different things when, you know, you do your humble opinion, you speculate, you this, but when you have concrete evidence to put everything to rest, where you cannot say, oh, speculation, word of mouth, humble opinion, but you could actually say, this is it. Okay, my goodness. And I truly believe maybe if you, I think I said it in another video, the chain of event. Do you know how this thing started? If you have listened to some of my other videos, you wouldn't know where it started. It started with Charles. Unavertedly, he didn't even know. He was like messing up with Harry. Okay, Meghan was like, don't talk to my boo like this. That's my ghetto way of explaining what was happening over there. So okay, the chain of event is where the backstabbing started with William. Okay, probably get Knopf to get the father, Meghan's father, to go on national television to smear her name a little bit further. All right, so with that, Charles, who probably did not know William was behind all of this, and then instead taking it on Harry. And then Meghan was like, you don't fundamentally understand. Don't mess with my boo. Okay, that's my word here. Don't mess with my boo. Instead, I'm gonna write my father a letter and tell him to stop doing what he is doing. Alright, so Charles could leave my boo, that's Meghan, could leave my boo alone. Long and behold, this is the beginning of a domino effect. Meghan wrote the thing, and then the other one decided, you know, I think at that point, during that conversation, Knopf was doing the right thing, okay, advising her certain things. I think he was doing something right. But I think when things go haywire is when Knopf probably have mentioned what was happening with Meghan to William. That's where the problem started. I mean, the different branch of it, where Knopf decided to go evil, do that nonsense. But the advice that Knopf gave Meghan was a very good advice, to include certain things in the letter that was happening that Meghan did not mention. So I thought that was a very good advice. But when things go different branch is when Knopf must have mentioned, because I do not know. Okay, the speculation here, humble opinion, must have mentioned it to William, and then William decided to take it a different notch and then ramp up on steroid the nonsense that was going on. But thank God Meghan was true to herself, mentioned it in 2 different occasions. Don't share it with Sam Cohen. Even if Knopf asked, can I share? Meghan was like, no, don't share. Alright, so it started by, I guess you could say, William. It's the full circle. But it's because of Charles, who was bothering Meghan's husband. You know, Meghan wants to enjoy her boo peace and quiet, and then instead Charles was disturbing their peace. So to stop that disturbance, Meghan decided to write the letter to put everything to rest. Meanwhile, the other brother was ramping it off. This kind of thing. So I don't think Charles knew the other brother was part of that. I don't think he knew. But I genuinely think It's not like I'm making excuses. You could see the triangle of stuff. All right. Charles is telling Harry to speak to his wife. Tell your father-in-law to stop this because it's really tarnishing the royal family. I don't think Charles really knew who was really behind all of this. Okay, so he was genuinely pissed off. I believe so. Charles was genuinely pissed off, but you know, Meghan didn't know how everything is, why all of this, so she did what she thought was best, and it's where, you know, the third branch happened, where they decided, you know, once the other brother decided to put it on steroid and decided to give it to Daily Mail, and then that's where all the problem began. I mean, continues, I would say, continues. All right, and then the Daily Mail should know better. Because they have sued them before regarding this type of situation. But then again, the other one who was giving those information promised them there won't be any pushback. So they didn't think, all right, Meghan was going to leave and do the fight anyway. That's the thing here. All right, so there's each time you look at it, you could learn a lot from it. All right. William played himself by willingly joining Daily Fell court case. Yeah, he just revealed himself. I read that already. Meghan lawyers looking at him like, after giving permission for JK to release email, are you so dumb? Are you, okay, for real? You are so dumb. I tell you, that he made it easy for Meghan's lawyer. They also validated her statement in court and Oprah interview that she was never supported by the institution and her husband's family. Jason Kenoff giving testimony in support of the Mail on Sunday shows that Harry and Meghan's right for leaving. They are blinded by their racism, bigotry, and hate. Okay, they are Sussexes. Whew. Alright, Chris, you are a star. You're brilliant. Okay, is that a number 2 breaking data protection rule in the UK, or is that another law that the palace are conveniently exempt from? Okay, my friend hit the nail on the head. And I think Meghan, at this point, I've mentioned in another video, I think Meghan could call anybody that she feels violated her right, including in the royal family, because they didn't consider her as an employee. So that's that. Alright, Chris, me and you think alike. I have the same feelings, precisely. You are so right, especially number 2. What? But watch if there's a case about William and Kate spending, then suddenly all the emails will disappear and they will hide documents. It's funny how they can just open and shut like the Venus flytrap. Okay, how can Harry ever forgive this? Heartbreaking. Yeah. It's very heartbreaking. In one video I was discussing, you know, for the kids, William's kid visiting, just a hypothetical thing that popped up among other things, you know, the kids visiting Harry and stuff like that. You can't really trust them because they train these people at such a early age. Can you imagine, after all that fight Harry and Meghan just did to get their privacy, to be in their little, you know, sanctuary right now, and then to know that if the kids were to come, they were secretly doing things, and then later to use it against them. So, yeah, I don't remember which video. It's one over the weekend. I was discussing that. You know. Alright, next tweet. This was definitely one of the top Sussexes moments of the year. Time, Meghan Markle, the world's most influential people. Okay, this cover got so many people pressed. I remember Candace Owens felt like she should replace Meghan. Really? I'm sorry, I don't follow a lot of people. What? Okay. Epic, yes, so were the meltdowns. Have to be honest and say it's probably my least favorite photo of these guys. There's just so much more when they smile, and then when they smile at each other. Alright, I mean, everybody have their own preference. Alright, let me move on. What is that? Yes, it was. LOL. It got the little pedophile harboring island press for a whole week. They were big mad, throwing tantrum on Twitter. Some of them still mad to this day, and I love that for them. The power of our fave. Heavy evil laughter. Next tweet. Okay, Karen is keeping it real. There's the laugh. Lovely Christmas card from the Cambridges. I like the hand on each other's knee. Okay, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have released their Christmas card pictures showing them on holiday in Jordan earlier this year. On holiday? With all that pandemic? Okay, not a fan of PDA, unbecoming of a future king and queen. Okay. Can you imagine what Levine will say if that was Harry and Meghan? Rancid old seagull. She called Meghan tacky for holding her husband's hand. So, alright, what is that now? Of course she did. I was thinking there must be a receipt around where she had something nasty to say about their PDA. That old bat can't help herself. Levine is a great lesson in learning to live without bitterness and envy. It's corrosive and eating away at her. Can't happen to a more deserving person though. That makes no sense, shaking my head. But anyway, let's move on. Alright, there's more stuff, but because I wanna do things so quickly, I'm telling you, this past weekend, tweets really got me shook. I shared this on my app, Team Sussex, and I came across it again, so I thought I'd share it again with you. Alright, never once have I heard a confident woman tell another woman that she had to tone it down or dim her light. Only a weak or jealous person will do that. Alright, there's this video and there's something underneath. I wanna this one. Alright, after the first video, and then I'll move to the other one. Alright, is a minute and 1 second.
Story time of how I learned not to dim my light. 1,000 years ago, I was an actor. Used to go to an acting class in Los Angeles. Had this great teacher. He stops me one day as I walk in the room and he says, "Come over here, can I talk to you for a second? Do you know I watch you every morning walk into this room and stop at the door and literally turn your light out like a light switch. You're bright right up until that point and then boom, goes right out. Why?" And I tell him, "You know what, Gary? I learned to do this as a child. I learned to do this so that other people would not be intimidated by me, so that I could make friends, so that girls would not be mean to me or jealous. So I've just learned to dim my light to make everything smooth around me." And he says, "That is not your responsibility. By dimming your light, you are giving in to those people and their insecurities. You shine your light and you will inspire other people to shine their light. And if they can't see that, they're not for you. Don't ever dim your light again when you walk into my room or any room." And that is how I learned that. And now I share it with you. Don't dim your light, my loves. I love you.
Alright, so I thought I shared this again. I don't know if I shared it in this channel, but it's on my app, Team Sussex, already. Alright, the minute that I saw it, that same day, I believe I edited and shared it with you. Alright, there's me responding. "Love this. Sharing knowledge and experiences, good or bad, is how society moves forward. Awesome advice. I love my squaddy family." Alright, let's go to the other one that I like in the comment. Okay, what we should do instead, be the woman that fixed another woman's crown without telling the world it was crooked. Alright, so that's that. I'm not going to all of this because I think I shared it already. Alright, so I don't want to be, just go on my app, Team Sussex. It's in one of those videos. Alright, next tweet. Alright, more leaks, quote, "But the Daily Mail has now established that only a small number of royal employees, both past and present, have actually been spoken to." Alright, what is this about now? Archive. So I shall leave this in the description for you guys. Alright, I don't know how this is, but let's share it with you. Okay, if Meghan bullying probe being kicked into long grass, Buckingham Palace inquiry into allegation the Duchess of Sussex bullied staff, only interviews a tiny handful of people who work for her. Revelation prompted fear. The investigation is being kicked into the long grass. Okay, so they probably put it on the side. Okay, Palace aides announced in March that they were launching an internal inquiry. Staff were said to have been left in tears and feeling traumatized. Alright, so there's the article. A Buckingham Palace, maybe this will be a video by itself, and then the other small tweets will be in that video that I started. Alright, Buckingham Palace inquiry into allegation the Duchess of Sussex bullied staff has so far only interviewed a tiny handful of people who work for her. The revelation has prompted fear that the investigation set up 9 months ago is being kicked into the long grass. Palace aides announced in March that they were launching an internal inquiry into claims Meghan behavior drove 2 personal assistants out of the household and undermined the confidence of a third. Staff were said to have been left in tears and feeling traumatized. The royal household subsequently employed a third-party law firm to probe the claim paid for by the family privately, and a move that some predicted could increase tension between Harry and Meghan and the institution. Okay, the allegations are strongly denied by the Duchess, whose lawyers described them at the time as a calculated smear campaign. You know, when you look at it, Meghan been working professionally with different people around the world, and then all of a sudden, and then these people are the one who's having problem with her. And then these are the people who's having pedophilia. There's people who they keep in their circle who's being tried in New York. You know, the Ghislaine Maxwell thing. You could, you know, put on the scale, okay, to already know who's right on this thing. This allegation nonsense. Let's continue. Okay, but the Daily Mail has now established that only a small number of royal employees, both past and present, have actually been spoken to. Probably trying to force them to lie, but they know Meghan is not playing, so those people better think twice before they start lying for whoever's pushing them to lie for. All right, these are likely to include the 2 PAs and other staff members, and possibly Cabinet Secretary Simon Case, who was then working as Prince William's private secretary. Mr. Case was sent an email in October 2018 by Kensington Palace's Communications Secretary Jason Kenoff, raising concern about Meghan's behavior and trying to get protection for the staff he believed were being targeted. What? This is a huge allegation. So in other words, they're trying to put protection on the employee because of Meghan? Meghan was that bad? My goodness. This is a very big thing, a very big deal. And then Harry and Meghan can't even get protection once they leave the royal family. Wow. This is huge. This is huge. Okay, the Sussexes would on average have had around 15 employees working for them at any one time, with up to 25 over the course of Meghan's brief time in the royal family between 2017 and 2020. That just reminds me, there's a clip that I have where one of Diana's secretary was explaining how many people were working with Diana and Charles. I doubted she really needed all of these people here. They probably forced those people on her.
So what would you say small is?
We ran the Princess Diana operation worldwide ultimately on me, 3 secretaries, and a few support staff.
And Prince Charles' staff at that time, how many people?
Well, it was knocking over a couple of hundred, I think. But I mean, that's not a strictly fair comparison. But the point I make is that we wanted to be different. We wanted to be seen to be more responsive, more nimble, but also, more cost conscious.
All right, let's see here. But there is such a wall of silence around the entire probe on the order of the Queen ultra-caution private secretary, Sir Edward Young, that no one within the household has been told whether it is even still ongoing. Meghan's gonna make sure it continues because you smear her name around the globe. My goodness. Part of the problem is that the palace has never before had to deal with an official bullying complaint against a member of the royal family. Oh, what about, there's the part where one of the employees was raped by one of Charles' buddies or something like that. Sheesh. Okay, effectively an employer, and so has no precedent on which to act. Okay, and with such a narrow scope of inquiry, sources asked what the investigation will actually achieve. One told the Mail, quote, "I think the palace are slightly caught between a rock and a hard place on this." Well, if there is a bully, you better show it. And this is what Meghan is saying. You started it, so she's gonna make sure it's finished. You told the world that she was a bully. Now she's asking, show the evidence. And then those people who's, I don't know, who probably wants to testify better make sure they have a concrete evidence, because Meghan's gonna make sure. What are you talking about? And she said, Meghan says she has how do you call this? She has receipt. Okay, there are obviously serious questions to be asked as to how the original complaints about bullying made against the Duchess were handled internally. All right, they added, quote, from what anyone hears, interviews have only taken place with a handful of people. It's been far from comprehensive, end quote. All right, so this is Meghan's lawyer. Is that a video? That's a picture. Okay, let's see. Appearing on BBC documentary last week, the Duchess's lawyer, Jenny Afia of Shilling, said she believed there were massive inaccuracies in the claim. Okay, Buckingham Palace refused to comment on any aspect of the investigation this week. It had previously said that the inquiry should not be played out in public and will take as long as it will take. But guess what? When they were smearing her name, it was all over the world. Front papers left and right. But now that Meghan is asking, let me see, what are you talking about? Now all of a sudden it wants to be private? My goodness. Okay, the Sussexes were not expected to be invited to take part in the probe despite having written to the palace about it. You do an investigation on her? Shouldn't she be how do you call this? Interviewed? What did she do? You can't go on something. This is the thing they've been wanting her to do. Alright, keep on punching her and then not talking. What kind of investigation is that? She has to tell her side of the story. And it's almost the same thing that why she had to go on Oprah interview. So they better make sure, however they're going with that. And now that they know, based on the letter she wrote to her father, she's not going to quit no matter how long that thing takes. My goodness. You should have an end game if you knew, if you knew that's how she is when you started it. She's going to make sure she finish it. Okay, appearing on BBC documentary last week, the Duchess's lawyer, Jenny Afia of Shilling, said she believed there were massive inaccuracies in the claim. Miss Afia did not respond to a request for comment this week. Okay, let's see. There's some comment under this. I'll just read what's there. Okay, why did they need so many staff? I don't think she needed that much. They probably shoved those things on her. Okay, what exactly were they doing? Okay, she was at the palace, at a place of work and in effect managing people. Therefore, this must have a full and deep investigation by an independent arbiter. I think so too. Alright, translator, they announced an inquiry and now find they have only a handful of people whose claim may come down to a bad employment fit with their new boss and not actionable claim. Okay, if true, it needs to be turned over to complete independent group appointed by the government, as no matter how you frame it, both she and the employees receive government money in some form or another. Remember, Meghan was not being employed. Okay, they didn't even pay her. But that thing where a third party, okay, independent person should investigate that. I believe so. I mean, these people were not thinking. They were not thinking when they started their BS. They were not thinking. Meghan is going to make sure to finish it because she knows she didn't do anything. What was it in other tweets where when she was leaving, she threw a party and stuff like that? People who left prior the party thing, stopped working with Meghan for different reasons. Some of them came back to the party. If she was that bad, you think they will come? Alright, so this is going to be a video by itself. And now I'm going to continue where I started in the video and do other tweets. So now I'm going back to Twitter. Alright, so I just read this. Okay, so there's more. Okay, so that stays with that. Alright, but there is such a wall of silence around the entire probe and the order of the Queen Elizabeth's ultra-cautious private secretary, Sir Edward Young, that no one within the household has been told whether it is even still ongoing. Alright, they were left in tears and traumatized because Duchess came there to work. She hit the ground running and wanted to be included and kept up to speed on all things. These people were so used to working for a lazy house, they took actually working for their pay as bullying. That's another way of looking at it. Yep, hence why the palace has delayed releasing a report, hard to produce fake and or edit evidence. where they're supposed to interview people who didn't work for her, say you found nothing, and catch this catch this loss. Okay, the palace made a huge mistake making this false claim against Meghan. If they had any integrity, the palace will release a statement clearly stating there was no bullying. Yeah, just stop it, because they always want to be right. They always want to be right. This is the only thing that they need to do. Make a public apology and move on. But this, because they always want to be right, this thing is gonna linger. I don't know. Some people don't know peace. Peace and quiet. Jeez. Alright? It's pathetic that they have been dragging this out. Any real investigation will have concluded months ago. Alright? Keep in mind, let's go into this. Alright, they should apologize to Meghan. That will go a long way toward Harry forgiving them, but they won't. See, everybody sees the same thing. Okay, if only. That's true. But I wish they had some basic human decency toward Meghan. I was just talking to a friend about this, how regardless of how you feel about someone, you should do the right thing. These fake allegations are truly pathetic. My goodness, she's right. Okay, expecting decency from these profoundly damaged people is like expecting a dog to fly a plane. Alright, keep in mind how quickly the palace went on defense over the BBC documentary without even knowing its content. They did the same with this full investigation 2 weeks before the Oprah interview. Okay, the palace is pathetic. Again, only guilty people will worry about Harry and Meghan talking to the media. As soon as they said that they were not involving Meghan, I knew it was just noise. How can you have an investigation without talking to the person accused? Thank you. Thank you. Any reasonable people will see that. That's what I was saying after I read the article. How could you do investigation, you plot, you do all of this, everybody else is talking but the person? And again, this is why Meghan and Harry had to go to Oprah and explain their side of the story of all this nonsense that was going on the tabloid. They're trying to do the same thing. The same blueprint. These people never learn. The same blueprint. Okay? Meghan's lawyer wrote to them when they claim they're just investigating how their HR dealt with the allegation, but not allegation themselves. They request the evidence and allegation of what she actually did. Then Palace started saying the investigation will take time. Yeah. If you're accusing her, she needs to know what you're accusing her of so she could defend herself. This is, oh my God, these people are so stupid. The palace is getting nervous. They overplay their hand, and now they can produce receipts or complaints willing to fall on their sword for queen and country with false allegations. They really underestimate how much Harry and Meghan don't care about royal favor and will fight. Yep, I feel like I read this. Alright, so I think it's on another video. So let me move on. Some of the comment is just that maybe I come across one of the tweets within this, okay, within that, and I didn't see the article, because I felt like I read some of this. It's probably in one of those videos that I did over the weekend. Alright, next tweet. This one is kind of funny. I'm telling you, Vanessa Newton is something. Okay, me when Harry narrates the audiobook version of his memoir. Sister wife activated. Prince Harry the Brave. Listen to this. Listen to this.
I'll be there for him with open arms and open legs and an open mouth. I'll be there for him with open arms and open legs and an open mouth.
Oh my goodness. Vanessa. That's me. OMG, you too much. You will be leaving everything open for him. That's the squad responding. It will be your own supporters. Okay, now Miss Ma'am, LOL, why you out here plotting on my good sis husband? Okay, I'm doing this for her. He won't let her rest. I'll take care of this, LOL. Okay, like of this bed app. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm telling. Oh ma'am, to clarify too, what is that? Okay, or mouth. Okay, leg, No leg or mouth required to listen to audiobook. Only your Now I see what those pictures mean. Ma'am, to clarify, no leg or mouth required to listen to audiobook. Only your ear. I like to fully immerse myself in it. Oh my god. Meanwhile, Meghan, when she sees this, okay, I'm giving her a break since the ginger won't let her rest. Oh my god. Okay, get in line, ma'am. There's another squad. It's like, I'll be doing the same thing. Get in line. Okay, oh my gosh, everything is open for him. Okay, here is it for you. Okay, let me pour you a little glass of get over it. Oh, and here's a straw so you can suck it up. Let me read this and move on. Okay, Lord, LOL. There's that. Ah, say what? Oh my god. No squad. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. Okay. Prince Harry is better than me because rising above it has never been my style, cha. Alright, what happened? Something must have happened. Okay, I got angry all over again. They were really using him over there, but not supporting him. Okay, yes, as long as their need are met, they're good. The more the curtains are pulled back on the royal family, the more obvious it is to anyone watching. The only ones benefiting were the media, Dad and Will. I have yet hear any trolls or royal vats tell me what did Harry have before Meghan that's better than he has now. Alright, so something must have happened. I don't know. I'm almost done, so I'm winding down. These are some fun stuff that I came across. Alright, so Priyanka, I think it was also trending, I think yesterday. Alright, and the new Miss Universe is Miss India. Congratulations at Hana Zendo O3 bringing the crown home after 21 years. Okay, the new Miss Universe is India Miss Universe. Let's listen, 48 seconds. Alright, let me read some few one. That's it. Okay, absolutely bloody gorgeous, superb after 21 years. Congratulations. Yeah, what is the difference between Miss World and Miss Universe? Can anybody enlighten me, please? Okay, they are competing pageant, no relation. However, individual countries may choose to send its national pageant winners to this global pageant by order of eminence. India sent its Miss India winner to Miss Universe and its first runner-up to Miss World. Oh, okay. I don't follow this thing, so just learn something here. Alright, let me go to the next one. And congratulations to her. It's for all of them who participate. That's what makes the thing, those pageantry going, because people are participating and then they respect each other's respective places, I think. Alright, next tweet. I know I have not show you guys Chef Andre's tweet lately. For some reason I haven't come across them, but when I saw this I said I need to share it with you. Okay, this man is always there, an American treasure. Thank you, Chef Andre. Alright, people of America, tragic day for so many families. I am at DCA airport flying to meet World Central Kitchen team in Kentucky responding to the tornado. And by the way, Kentucky is the home of Senator, what's his name? The turtleneck. McConnell. Alright, who's blocking everything. anything progressive to move the country forward. He's blocking it. So that's his home state who just hit by tornado. All right, we are working with chef, food trucks, and have World Central Kitchen team now, and many communities will update from the ground soon. Chef for Kentucky. Let me listen to it. I didn't listen to it for a purpose. When I come across it, I only bookmark it so I could share with you. So any thought that I have as I listen to her, to him, I could share it with you.
So to everybody, we saw the news. Unfortunately, what happened in the early hours of today, where all those tornadoes coming from that huge storm hit a huge long path of destruction, hitting different states, many cities, where we know one in particular has been so badly damaged, with many people that unfortunately passed away. So World Central Kitchen activated today. So far, I think I got the report. We've done around, I don't know, around 400 or 500 meals. Very strategically, we're gonna be partnering, obviously, locally there with many chefs, restaurants, food trucks for this operation. We have some of the food trucks already on their way there. They should be arriving in the early hours of Sunday. And I'm gonna be joining the teams tonight to make sure that, we show solidarity with the many people that during these holidays, this Christmas season, unfortunately, are going to be going through a very hard time on top of everything else going on with COVID. So I will report more once I'm there, but I always said that wherever there is a fight, so hungry people and people in need may eat, that we will be there.
As I'm listening to him, there's a lot of things going on in my mind. I don't want to say it to sound a little bit too selfish or too mean, but when you see in terms of political structure in Kentucky, how they vote, it's like they only see the light when certain things happen to them. I don't know. I don't want to explain everything, but certain things in that was going through my mind. All right, let's continue listening.
It's not much to say in those moments because you feel so powerless. That's why we all need to be ready. We all need to be kinder to each other.
That is true.
We'll need to respect each other because it is already a very difficult world sometimes to add more issues on top of everything that sometimes they are totally unnecessary. Always be next to kind people, always be next to the people that, even not perfect like me, ask for forgiveness. We don't have time used to waste with people who are not nice or don't recognize that sometimes they are not at their best and don't say sorry or ask for forgiveness, and all of the above. We used to be next to people that are genuinely trying to make the place a better world.
This is why I was trying to hold some of the things that I was thinking, and he's going in that route too, because you never know when it's gonna be you. And then while somebody's down, is not to kick them down. And this is why I didn't share some of the things that I was thinking. All right, they're down right now. I don't know how bad, but if you're not where you was before the tornado, obviously it's not the same. But let's finish this and I'll read some comments.
In our group of friends, in our circles of work, in the world, even in people we don't know. Anyway, I hope I'll land very soon. I think I'm landing in Nashville, and from there I'll be driving for 1 or 2 hours.
Wow.
Bye, guys.
Well, you could hear it in his voice. He's very, Mother Nature. You never know when things gonna happen. All right, so I'm not gonna read all of the comment, but just this. Okay, if we have a hero for this year, then Jose Andres has got to go to the top of any list. Thank you, Mr. Winkler and Mr. Chapman, for their tweet and retweet. Okay, always Henry. Why he hasn't been put up for a Nobel Peace Prize is beyond me. Okay, I haven't learned over the time that chefs share the same qualities as healthcare workers. Their best, their work, their motivation comes straight from the heart. They give freely, often without thanks, and are undeterred in their commitment. Okay, anyone ever made more deserving for a Nobel Prize in such dark place? He, Chef Fulger Andres, is his and his organization are all that is good about humanity. God bless them, everyone. Okay, I think he deserved the Medal of Freedom, such an incredible human being. And the thing is that when you see someone like him who constantly, all right, never been deterred, constantly doing the thing, and there's some people are very selective when they do certain things, you know. With that being said, let me move on. This is my last tweet. Okay, y'all are too gullible in this squad. Your hearts are big and I love that, but people will con you. Please protect yourself. Okay, what am I on the lookout for? The only willing stuff I'm for is my kids. Okay, what happened? Okay, what happened now? What's happening? So that's it. What's gone? So something must have happened in the squad, especially during the holiday, and there's some people who are very greedy, start sharing their sorrow, their fake sorrow, for people to donate to them. So I think okay, I don't know why she put this, and I have a feeling it's just to give you a warning. Be very careful. All right, look at, if you want to give, just go on what is it, Archwell, and see what some of the organization they helping. You could go on those organization and help. I'm not saying there's some organization they support, so go there. If you feel like giving, go there, because they usually do the screening to see where are they helping people at, and then they highlight it on their website. So go there and check which one Archwell is supporting, and then go give. All right, so let's do a prayer. For, let's say, I don't know why I'm thinking World Vision. I don't know. Let's type it. For World Vision. Let's see what time up. I don't know. World Vision, that's it. Okay, how do you pray for World Vision? Alright, let's go to image. Is there a small prayer on the side? No. I like when there's a small little prayer here. Prayer for World Vision. Image. Oh, so it's just... the only thing that I see is this here. Seems to be the only prayer here. Look at this. I mean, when you go, let's look at some pictures before I do the prayer. Alright, look at this. Oh, those kids working on those garbage thing. Oh my goodness. Wow. And then when you look at those mega churches receiving money, but they're not doing what needs to be done to help the people. What else do we have? What is this? Why they're praying? I mean, every part of the world is calling for God. And each and every one of us, we have to do our part. Every time we cross somebody's path, is to be nice. To be nice. And that's how some of the nonsense that's going on will stop. But then again, when you look at, there's some people who took your niceness, your humbleness as a form of weakness, and then use it against you. Perfect example, look how the European use Africa, for instance. That's what came to mind as I brought one issue. Alright, let's see this. Almighty God, as COVID-19 spread in your land, calm every heart, fill us with your love, embrace us with your protection, bless us with your strength. Amen. There was one prayer I saw. Let's read that, and then that's it. Okay, pray for COVID-19 to stop spreading. Alright, Almighty God, we know that everything is in your sovereign control. We ask that you keep this new coronavirus from continuing to spread. Give government officials the ability to safely handle people arriving from other countries. Help people decide to stay home instead of traveling or going out needlessly. Holy Spirit remind people to wash their hands properly, and while it may be heartbreaking, comfort families as they decided to keep their distance from elderly or other high-risk family members. Look at this. I started this video talking about what's happening in terms of COVID with my youngest school, because he's doing homeschooling right now, remote learning, because some kids in his class have COVID. And look at this, I'm ending it with that. And the other thing is that I was having some conversation with my aunt, my cousin. I call her aunt, but she's my cousin. But one of the things we were discussing, and I think she thinks of me as a little bit paranoid. I mean, I think I take that COVID very seriously. But the thing is that those afternoons when I go pick up the kids, I have my mask on. When I come back, I don't feel well. The blockage of air circulation don't make me feel good. So guess what I do? Because I don't like to wear the mask. All right, but I must, not only for my health and well-being, for other people. I have to put it on when I go out. Do I like it? No. So to avoid wearing the mask, guess what I do? I keep my butt home. So and I know some family members don't want to get the vaccine and all of that. There were things happening for Thanksgiving. I decided not to go because I will have to keep my mask on and I can be free around them. And when I go over there, I have so much fun. Okay, joke around, be as stupid as I can be, drink and have fun and all of that. But I cannot have that same kind of easiness with the mask, so I just stay home. Let me give hopefully God keep those people safe when the virus is over. At least we could, I could have some time with them. But if I'm not gonna feel comfortable, there's no reason for me to be there. It's not like I don't want to be around them, but if I can be myself, not really myself, I could always be myself, but if I can be comfortable with the mask, there's no reason for me to be there. Anyway, so that's it. There's other videos I'm gonna record, and probably 2 more videos. There's one regarding January 6th. This is probably gonna be on APU Team Sussex, and there's thing about Denmark, immigration, probably on APU Team Sussex, Prince Charles, probably APU Team Sussex as well, because YouTube is probably not gonna like those videos being up there. Alright, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to help support this channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. You could donate. If you can't, that's fine. Just watch the commercials and the video, and it really helps me. Alright, thank you for your support and for some of the conversation that goes in the comment section. Alright, thanks.